Welcome to some One Piece action. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. If you're a returning viewer and have not subscribed yet, please give us a subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. All right. So got some more Jinbe for you. Just reaching into the archives. Like I said, there'd be a lot of matches. We play with these builds to make sure they're consistent. And, once we reach a certain level of consistent wins, we're like, okay, cool, this is out. So because we're working on a bunch of decks, we're just pulling from the archives right now, from the Jinbeis and stuff. So yeah, tomorrow should be a new video, essentially what I'm saying. I always love getting value like that out of searchers. I just love it. See, then they have to attack it because you can just do it again, and there's power in being able to consistently attack. There's power in that. It's very weird, this game. There's certain things that I want to say the developers felt would be very strong, like just simply the ratio, right? Simply if a searcher was to have 3,000 power, that would be too strong. Why? Because 2 Don swing, so on and so forth. Well, one drop 3,000 power searcher, I should say, forgive me. So even if it had no counter power, maybe somewhere in the future they'll end up doing that, no counter power, blah blah blah. But yeah, there's reasons why they have certain power restrictions on certain cards, because of just being able to swing like that. So yeah, it's like, even though it's a 3 Don investment, to have to deal with 2 swings every turn minimum is not something the player would want to deal with. So they have to take that searcher off the board. It's hilarious. And even if it doesn't happen every turn, it's just the fear of it. Because logically speaking, after you do it that one time, it's probably because you didn't have any plays. Next time, you're not going to do that Don investment. So there's a psychological part to that. It's like, okay, well, he just put 3 Don on his searcher and swung at me. Next turn, when he has more Don, he's probably not going to do that. He's probably going to try to hit curve. But let me attack it just in case. Yep, that's how serious the threat is. We're just going for board removal. And that Sanji player's hand is nuts. Players are just swinging at each other and just taking life. I gotta try to figure out some options here. Swing for 6. Oh, right, because he can rest anything. I would have got rid of that 4 drop. I don't think it's needed right now. Because I'd rather let 2 Jinbeis hit the board. He's only 6 Don. This is later in the game. I would have just played Jinbei swing, play another Jinbei swing. But wow, we just got a Jinbei. Dang, it seemed better to just have that Sanji. Have that the Sanji that looks like Nami. Give that Russian swing, because at least he would just draw as well. Swing for 6, then draw. This Arlong card is really good in my opinion. Such a strong option. Either you can stop a blocker from blocking, or you can stop a character from swinging. Wow, we're playing with no life right now. So the current threat that we're facing is a rush character. Well, he gives every character rush, right? So the idea is we're probably banking on the fact that he has to invest Don to play a character. And then, of course, he's going to invest Don for the swing. So we'll block one and potentially... Okay, Rayleigh eats up most of the Don, so figuratively now, we would have blocked one and been able to counter out of the other attack. To be honest, it seems like we wouldn't have. That play, well, the Jinbe's got counter, right? I think they do. If the Jinbe's don't have counter, then yeah, this is luck. Good. Okay. That was also a little bit of luck as well, when you think about it. Because he just needed 2Ks. That's not too absurd. That's not too absurd. But both players were just swinging recklessly, is how I felt. It's like, what is everybody doing? Oh, another opening with the swing with the searcher. It's so funny because as effective as this is, we still haven't reached a meta of respectfully. We have not reached a meta where we're using vanillas. And I say that because sure, in the early days, Katakuri would play a vanilla, but vanillas have the stat line. Well, out like Kalgara, that's different because it's like a requirement for the build. But anyway, vanillas have a stat line that would make that situation scarier, right? So granted, that's a 1-drop. So in theory, if it was a vanilla, it would be 3, which means you could have did 2 Dawn and 1 Dawn. So it could have been 5 and 6, either way how you move the Dawn. You could do 5 and then 6. And then simply having a 2-drop with 4K base power, you could just do Dawn X1 and then just swing. That is very effective. That would allow you to have constant pressure on the opponent, which in turn virtually guarantees the opponent to attack your character. But we just don't use these characters. We just don't use them. And it's understandable because characters with effects give you just more value overall. It just is what it is. But it's funny because I want to see the person that figures it out. Oh wow, look at it. Turning Arlong, I almost say Elong. Turning Arlong into a defensive play. For real. Well, it's by default defensive play, but interestingly extra defensive, right? Surprise defense. Attack. They shouldn't be defending that. That would be ridiculous. And they did. Interesting. Because the thing is, we can just do that. The power character rush is like, yes, you did that, but keep in mind our character that we just played can't attack lead. It can only attack character, so it doesn't hurt us to swing on it. So essentially that those are still 2 free swings on the searcher. Yeah. Yes, those were still 2 free swings on the searcher. It didn't matter. There was no point. They could have just let it go and kept the cards in their hand. and virtually it would just be the same result. Or not even. If they wanted to, the cards that they used to play that defense, they could have used it to stop one of the other attacks. So yeah, it would have been more effective. They probably just wasn't thinking. I think they wasn't thinking. Maybe, I don't know. Or you know what? I'll say they probably didn't realize that Tiger had the ability for a character rush. The thoughts of 2K'ing this to keep your board pressure or let it go. Okay, we're letting it go. So right now, I believe Arlong might be 4 Dawn. But okay, we're going with some board pressure here to like fight their board is what I'm saying. Let me see. Yes, so we had enough there was enough on the opponent's board I was able to count all those cards properly to do Mihawk double summon with Arlong. It's a play I hope to see at one point. Yes, this is more effective punching the board, because the benefit of just punching the board is it's like it works in tangent. It's like you losing resources while I'm starving you of resources. So you're either losing board presence or you're losing cards in hand to maintain your board presence, but you're losing the life cards. Swing for 6. We got so many cards in our hand. We still at 3 life. Our board is respectable in my opinion. Well, that's 11. Yeah, that would be 3. What? Would have been easier to just do the 3K pump, puts us at 11, and then just do a 1K. Anyway, what's done is done. Oh, we got a blocker. That's going to help us a lot. They got 2 life, 2 cards in hand. There's a chance we can sneak the game from this point. So now we know they're going to get a 2K, obviously. But luckily, we got a Jinbe swing for 8. So they can't stop that. So we have guaranteed game here. Oh, wow. Our player always loves doing this. Finds the random characters to try to get game. And when you think about it, this is the smarter play. Because Hody's 8, that situation allows us to swing for 9. So instead of like Hody's 7, 8. So essentially with 7 Dawn, you're swinging for 8, right? But because that searcher, can't remember her name, Kimmy or something, I don't know. That searcher is 2K power. You throw the 7 Dawn, got us to 9. Y'all saw the number. Doesn't matter. The point is, it's just as funny as it looks, is technically the smarter play. It allowed us to swing for more. So that's kind of funny. So this is an interesting matchup in my opinion. Because Usopp, for the most part, just benefits so much on losing characters, just drawing cards. So it's like, how should I say this? It's gonna make me think of an anime where it's like, okay, cool, I'm going to overexert your situation. So because we have that luxury of attacking characters constantly. Oh, but in this situation, we are preventing the block. So we just like so many good plays. So many good plays here. Mihawk double summoning and stuff. Jinbe's ability. Arlong stopping the blocker from being able to be block. And now you just have to eat 3 attacks. Just have to eat it. It's always good to have a Hody Jones in your back pocket. Then a restand play. Yeah, see? It's not making much sense. Oh, they're swinging on our Mihawk. The funny thing is, if he was able to restand Mihawk, they wouldn't be able to swing with that Rebecca. But of course, that's not how the effect works. You can't just restand anything. Oh, we're going for another freeze. This is kind of hilarious. Not only, like, having an effect plus moving a Dawn is so much value. Like, this is literally something that's happening, like, how should I say this? Perfectly, in a sense. Because when you play the card, you have to rest Dawn to play cards, unless it's a 0 cost, right? So once you do that, you're guaranteed to have the Dawn that you want to have to move. So now you get a good effect where you're freezing something, and then you get to move Dawn. And because of that, he has to deal with all these swings because he can't use Frankie, which is hilarious. He can't use Frankie, and then because keep in mind he uses Frankie gets KO'd, pulls out another card on the board. So yeah, all this is that's happening was just stopping him from gaining all that value with Frankie, and him having to take so much extra pressure. It's kind of funny. But no, yeah, that online card is really good. It's really good. Yeah, this is kind of like low-key hilarious. Swing for 7. The strength of a 4-drop being 7k, essentially. Swing for 8. This should eat up their hand. Oh, okay, that's understandable. Well, G.